It's been a big week for COVID-19 news here in the UK. So we've seen the implementation of the COVID-19 regulations in the care sector. Today is the 11th of November, which means that after today, unless someone is caught by an exemption, then employees are not going to be permitted access into a care home, meaning that if they have not already lost their job, that their jobs are likely to be under threat. The medical exemptions are limited to people with very serious conditions, so where we're seeing people with end-of-life care, and in that sort of category they can secure a medical exemption. That has been under a self-certification process to date, and it's been announced that that will be replaced with the COVID pass system, which will be required after the 24th of December this year. COVID passes are going to be quite heavily regulated, so to get one, an employee would need to ring 119. There's an application process, and ultimately the exemption is signed off by a doctor, clinical specialist or midwife, and there's also no appeal process. So after the 24th of December we are expecting to see potentially a second wave of jobs that would then be at risk for people who have had the benefit of self-certification and then lose that if they're unable to secure a COVID pass. The press are reporting that up to 30,000 people are going to be impacted altogether by the regulations in English care homes, and that there's potentially going to be that number of job losses. What we've also seen this week is the announcement that NHS England will be requiring those in patient-facing roles from April 2022 to also be vaccinated. Now, there will also be the benefit of exemptions, but the press are reporting that still, even with that in place, up to 100,000 people are likely to be affected. What we're expecting to see in border towns, so places that border from England to Wales or England to Scotland, is people potentially travelling across the border to go and work in the Welsh or Scottish hospitals where compulsory vaccination is not in place. Now, this is subject to parliamentary approval, which is why we're seeing this process continuing up until April 2022 to allow that process to happen. There's likely to be legal challenges during that time. We've already seen judicial review has been launched in respect of the care home regulations. So as and when any further updates come out, we will of course publish those and circulate more content to help employers as much as we possibly can.